Hey guys, it's Tara here. I know I am about, 50 minutes early for my usual Wednesday videos, which are normally at 1:15 on Wednesdays. So I'm out and about. I'm not going to be available at my normal 1:15 time, so I figured I'd hop on here real quick. I am actually in my car. I'm not driving, and I am sans children, which is very unusual for me. So that's kind of nice. And as for the summer, I'm going to play around with the time. I think I'm still going to try to stick to my 1:15 on Wednesdays to do the live videos. I will probably have at least my daughter with me most of the time all summer long. So we'll see how that goes. I might play around with the time, but for now, we're going to stick to it. Hi, whoever is here watching. I can't see who's on with me, but thanks for joining. Now I see Tiffany's here. Hey, Tiffany. So, all right, so today I want to talk, it's going to be a pretty quick one. It's kind of a simple concept, but it's how to gain, hey Mary, thanks for joining. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you? It's a tip for how to gain weight fast, and then I'm going to flip it around to tell you how it relates to you if you're on a weight loss journey. So, hey Tiffany. Okay, so it takes about 20 minutes for our body to start to feel full when we're eating. And that's for two different reasons. So we can feel full because of a hormonal process that's going on. Leptin is one of the hormones. You may have heard of it, you may not. It doesn't really matter. But it is where your body is starting to digest the food, and it's starting to send signals via hormones that tell you that, okay, there's some substance here. There's some calories, there's some protein, fat, and carbs, and I'm starting, to feel full. That takes a while to happen. You have to start to break down your food. And then the other process is that your stomach actually has stretch receptors inside of it. So that's why things that have next to no calories can actually help to fill you up sometimes as well. So things like drinking water before your meal, or having, a broth-based soup, like veggie broth or something. What's another good one? Like a big salad first, without all that creamy dressing that can add hundreds and hundreds of calories extra. If you've got like a light salad that you have before a meal, it's going to help to fill you up. But those things, again, they take time because it's a whole signaling process, and the signal has to get to your brain, which has to then let you know consciously that you're starting to feel full. So one trick that people do in, this tends to be in like bodybuilding or a lot of, I'm going to stereotype here, but I know you're going to be okay with it. A lot of men, let's say, that are on the thinner side, and they call them hard gainers. They're really trying to gain weight and they have trouble gaining weight. A trick that they do is that they pack in as much food as they can in the first 20 minutes when they sit down to a meal, because they are basically overriding those signals that will tell them that they're full, that they're won't kick in until about 20 minutes, and they can eat literally thousands of calories in that time. And then of course they don't feel so great after that, but it's their goal to put on muscle, to put on weight or whatever, and they're willing to do it. And so that's one trick that they employ. How does this relate to you if you are wanting to lose some weight or at least maintain your weight? Well, we have to kind of turn that on its head and do the complete opposite. We have to know that it's going to take about 20 minutes for the satiation, for the fullness to even register. So we have to slow down. As a busy mom myself, I know a lot of you guys watching are busy moms too. That's not easy, right? You can your butt barely touches the chair before someone tells you they need another napkin, or their drink needs to be filled up, or you didn't cut up their sandwich into the right shape or something. I know. So I know this is something that I'm constantly working on for myself as well. But it is a tool that we can bring with us anywhere, right? We can certainly slow down our pace and at least be more mindful of it anywhere. We can do it at a restaurant. We can do it at a party. We can do it at a barbecue, at a friend's house, when we're sitting down with the family. Sometimes it just means literally putting the fork down between bites. Because if you pay attention, the next meal you have, which is either going to be lunch if you hadn't had lunch yet, or dinner, see if you can take a bite and then put your fork down, like hands off the fork. You could pick the fork right back up and take another bite, but just put that fork down in between bites. And you'll probably be shocked. I want to hear from you. Let me know. But I know when I first started to think about this, I was shocked at how unusual it was for me to put down the fork, how awkward it felt actually for me to put down the fork, because it meant that I was just holding that fork and I was just shoveling the food in, right? So do you do that too? So just put that fork down, and that makes a huge difference, because the longer you can stretch out your meal, at least past that 20-minute mark, that part is easy, because once you feel full, it's easy to say that you don't want the food anymore, right? You're not having cravings at that moment. You're satisfied. You're good. And so all of a sudden, without employing any other techniques, without changing anything, without increasing your exercise, without doing anything else, you can actually start to lose weight just from that one method alone, which is why it's one of the foundations, one of the cornerstone methods that I teach when I start coaching with somebody. Tiffany says, haha, it's like speed racing with me and eating with 4 kids. I can't wait to try this. Oh my gosh. Tiffany, I only have 2. I literally have half the amount of children that you have, and it's crazy. So I can't even imagine what 4 looks like. The requests are just out of this world, right? So sometimes I feel like I'm being punked. I'm like, Ashton, where are you? I'm being punked. I know it. So you can put the fork down. You can also try to just take a deep breath before each bite. It's actually one of the things, some people pray before they eat, and we don't do that in my house, but we do more of like a mindful thank you for the food type thing. And that's good to kind of regroup and just take a moment before you dive into your food too. That can help a lot. So just eating slower. And the other thing that's amazing about eating slower, try to eat whatever your favorite junk food is next time you're having it. I'm talking about like a really highly processed, Doritos, or what else? Some kind of like M&Ms or something that's got all kinds of weird chemicals and food dyes and everything. The next time you're having that, try to eat that very slowly. Because what I find, and I know a lot of people tell me also, is that when you slow down to eat the junk food, it actually tastes kind of gross. You taste all of the fakeness of the food. You taste the chemicals, or it just doesn't taste right. So it's easier to eat that stuff when we're shoveling it down. On the other hand, though, the real food, the stuff that you make at home or the stuff you're getting from a high quality place, that stuff tends to taste better when you slow down to eat it. You really notice the flavors, you notice the smells, the textures, and it actually is like a more pleasant experience when you sit down and eat it. This keeps freezing. Not sure if it's on my end or not. Oh no, thank you for letting me know. All right. I don't know if it's on your end, but I hope it's not freezing for everybody. All right, so that's my trick. It's so simple, slow down to eat, right? But it's such a basic thing. It's a tool you can bring with you anywhere. It's something that doesn't cost any money, and it's something that can really, really actually get you pretty far. Like if that's the only thing that you focus on, let's say for the next week, see what happens. Report back to me. I would love to hear it, because I love to know when these videos are impacting you guys. Let me know. Did it help you to eat less? Do you notice that you're leaving more food on your plate? Do you notice that you're craving more real foods rather than the junk, because the junk kind of tastes gross when you slow down? Hi, Danielle. Hey, Donna. Thanks for joining. So, guys, I'm here in my minivan with no children. Isn't that funny? I know you guys will appreciate that. So that's it. That's the tip for today. Slow down and be more mindful. Put your fork down between bites. Take a breath between bites. Take a sip of water and see what that does for the amount of food that you end up eating. And you'll probably notice that you actually enjoy your meals a little bit more too. And you'll remember that you ate them and not just like, wait, did I have lunch? Oh yeah. That happened in like 30 seconds. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you soon in the next video. Bye!